ERIN-K4 Hotel Lima, KY4HL, 100 watts.
KY4HL, Roger, Roger. What's the name there?
4HL, Roger, Roger. What's the name there?
Roger, Roger. The handle here is Aaron. Echo Romeo India November. Running 100 watts in Southern North Carolina.
Okay, give me that name one more time phonetically.
Okay, give me that name one more time phonetically.
The name is Aaron. Echo Romeo India November. Aaron.
Roger, Aaron. And what radio are you running today?
Roger, Aaron. And what radio are you running today?
Today I'm actually running a K-4. I have a K-4 in line today.
Alrighty, why don't you tell me about your antenna system for about 10 or 15 seconds? Let me see if I can find a better path for us, Roger.
15 seconds. Let me see if I can find a better path for us, Roger.
Roger. I think I'm hearing you better on the I do have a vertical. I'm hearing you better on the that's up about 40 feet. The waterway, so the salt does help me out sometimes, but it's currently out from the way, so the salt does help me out sometimes, but it's currently about mid-tide, so I don't know how much effect I'm getting from it today, but I'm close enough to the ocean that should be getting some effect.
Roger, Aaron, did you say you had a second antenna, or you're on your primary antenna now?
Did you say you had a second antenna, or you're on your primary antenna now?
I do have a secondary antenna. It's vertical right now. I'm just on the infed halfway.
Roger, would you want to try your vertical?
Roger, would you want to try your vertical?
This is the vertical.
I'll try one more time on that vertical.
Vertical, it's quarter wave vertical right beside the saltwater again.
Yes, sir, I've got you on my local antenna. Sounds pretty good, Aaron. You're on that K4, and you're in North Carolina. Is that a Roger?
Roger, Roger. I'm in southern Brunswick County, Ocean Isle Beach, North Carolina.
That wouldn't be near the coast area, would it?
Roger, Roger. Coastal North Carolina, Ocean Isle Beach.
Yes, sir. I did some time in Fort Bragg, North Carolina, not at the air base there, the military base, but at a couple of radio stations in Fayetteville and Fort Bragg, just off base at Fort Bragg. Roger?
Roger, Roger. I spent some time there.
It's Fort Bragg, Roger?
Roger, Roger. I spent some time there myself. I served 8 years in the United States Army. Now I'm a disabled veteran and a stay-at-home dad.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, I've been listening to your audio. I think we might be able to tune you up just a little bit. Are you familiar with that 100 to 2900 transmit bandwidth selection on that radio?
Transmit bandwidth selection on that radio?
Roger, Roger. I'm a little bit familiar with it. However, I do believe it goes up to 2.8 and stop. And I have to go to like the extended sideband, which I can go all the way up to 4K and then come down to 2.9.
Okay, is that fairly easy to do? Because we're looking for that 100 to 2900 transmit bandwidth TBW. It's called wide. Well, yours is wider, but the problem is you're wide. Somebody will come looking for you with a pitchfork, because you're spreading into the next realm there, so to speak. What we want to do is keep everything within our realm, so we're looking for 100 to 2900, Roger?
Our realm, so we're looking for 100 to 2900, Roger?
Roger, Roger. However, the radio will only let me go up to 2.8, and then I'm allowed to go to 3.0 all the way up to 4.5.
Oh, so you can't do that 2900?
Oh, so you can't do that 2900?
But this is kind of new to me, and again, it's 2.8 it locks me out at, and then on the extended single sideband, I can go from 3.0 to 4.0.
Roger that. Well, 2.8 is probably preferred to the higher modulation point. 2.8 is that the 2.8 to 200?
2.8 is that the 2.8 to 200?
2.8 to 100, I believe.
All right, and do you happen to have the capability of taking that 2.8 up to 2.9 manually?
Yep, 2.8 up to 2.9 manually?
No, sir, it will not allow me to go up to 2.9.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I understand. All right, so the next part of our setup procedure would be to go to your compressor processor, and we're looking for a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100, depending on how that's labeled as an input level, 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100. Just a third of that compressor processor.
30 out of 100. Just a third of that compressor processor.
Roger, it goes up to 30 on the compression, so I have it set at 12 right now.
Roger, could you drop that to 10? That would be, I think that would be right on the schnoz there.
Be right on the schnoz there.
Roger, I just dropped the compression down to 10. 10 is the compression.
Roger. Now move to your ALC with mic gain in hand. And as you say the magic word audio, you become a human test tone generator. And with mic gain in hand, adjust the ALC to 2/3 or 7, whichever comes first. There are 2/3 on your ALC meter. As you say the word audio and adjust your mic gain.
On your ALC meter, as you say the word audio and adjust your mic gain.
Roger. Audio. Hello, radio. Audio. I believe that's it right there.
Yes, sir. I saw some really nice swings there as you were doing that. So, what we're looking for is 2/3 on the ALC meter. That'll give you a 3 dB dynamic range, which means that your average percent of peak modulation will be 80 to 85%. Roger.
Modulation will be 80 to 85%. Roger.
Roger. Audio.
And I just went over to my local antenna, and you're doing fairly well there at the moment. Let's see. Why don't you tell me about the best thing you like about your radio?
I do like the interoperability of it. I'm hoping for the remote capabilities. That was one reason that I got it. I'm kind of confined with my antenna system. I do own some land out in the mountains and would like to set this there with a nice big tower and a nice beam to be able to use it remotely. Other than that, the waterfall use it remotely. Other than that, waterfall is implemented, but overall, options to be implemented, but overall, I think it's a great radio.
Roger. Tell you what, I've got this thing called a Hocus Pocus SDR receiver. Let me try to go to that. I've got a SDR you're in North Carolina, and this one is in North Carolina. It's let me get out of that, and it's in where is that? Let me get to it here. I've got I'm in my Hocus Pocus one, which has got about 50 SDRs in the eastern part of the United States, and let me see here. And they're listed by state. And in North Carolina, I have Elizabeth, I have Boone, and I have Raleigh. And I'm going to go to Boone because that's sometimes that little SDR really works well. Let me hear you now, Roger.
Let me hear you now, Roger.
on the border of North Carolina and South Carolina. I'm about 20 minutes north of Myrtle Beach. South Carolina SDR might work for you also, but I'm right here by the coast of North Carolina and the border of North Carolina and South Carolina. Over.
Roger, Roger. Well, I just went to my Georgia SDR, and it's coming through fairly well at the moment. I think you're sounding really good. If you'd like to hear your audio, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook, that will bring you up to this recording on a YouTube search, and I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow. It'll be cut number 1 in a series of 2,800, and I think you'll really enjoy it, Roger.
And I think you'll really enjoy it, Roger.
Roger, Roger. Well, thank you for your time and your dedication to great audio. And I hope somebody else will chime in, and I hope to catch you down the wall. Thanks you again.
Roger, Roger. And give me one more time your name slowly phonetically.
Roger, Roger. And give me one more time your name slowly phonetically.
The handle here is ERIN, Echo Romeo India November. ERIN, call sign Kilo Yankee 4 Hotel Lima, KY4HL.
Roger, Roger, ERIN. Good enough, sir. Thank you. And if you get a chance, join us next Friday. We'd love to have you. 73, sir. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.